Honorable Special Guest, Foreign Secretary Mr. Masud bin Momin, and other special guests, dear participant from home and abroad, distinguished, Assalamu alaikum. I am very delighted to be part of this great occasion. In starting of my speech, I want to remember with humble respect Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who dreamed this country with the aim to mitigate all the problems and equitable development and no one leaving behind. It was the commitment of the Father of the Nation. And he have finally lead the country for the independent. Misfortunately, after independence, who could not retain the Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman when he started his journey for building Bangladesh as a developed country. But nowadays, under the leadership of his daughter, Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, with the commitment is fulfilling the dream of the Father of the Nation, aspiration of the common people. A journey was not easy. It was a very hectic and very risky, and lot of life risk was there. Despite all these things, she came in power in the year 1996 first time. I am a fortunate person. I was a very young boy at the time. I was the member of parliament of the in the time 1996 session of the parliament. And so I could learn, as I was involved in politics since my boyhood. So I was always been updated about the status of Bangladesh and global context. I got the chance to, I have the urge to know. So in all these causes, actually, I have seen why we have been submerged. You see, after the assassination of Father of the Nation, in whole over Pakistan tenure, we have suffered miserably. And then after assassination of the Father of the Nation, 21 years, we have been ruled by the military ruler and the legacy. But our fate was the same, and country was fully and solely submerged under poverty. Our per capita income level was $329. So you can measure what was the situation of this time. So this journey of Sheikh Hasina have been started from $329. So now you can calculate what is our per capita income at this moment is 2,824. So reaching to 2024, 2,824, this was not an easy matter, because Father of the Nation started his journey with the per capita income $94. Only after devastating situation of the destruction of the country by in the war, that he have started journey with $94. So within the 3.5 years, because he was a serious philanthropist person, and he had a commitment, and he was a courageous man, and he was very seriously committed to transform this country in the level of the developed country, in his own language, to build the Bangladesh as a Sonar Bangla. But within 3.5 years, he was in power. Within the 3.5 years, what was that actually status? Just for because the students, the next generation, to whom we are looking forward, who will build our country as a prestigious position, as our expected position. So this is why I want to point out this figure out. And you see, 94 awards, within the $94 he have started his journey. Within the 3.5 years, he reached up to the level of the 277. When he was killing, this time our per capita income level was 277. And after, in the year 1995, after 21 years, what was our per capita income? Because I am not orating all these things by my own source. Actually, you can pick up everything from the archive of the World Bank. And there is a per capita income level. Bangabandhu give it up to the reach up to the 277, and after 21 years when Sheikh Hasina started his journey, per capita income level of 329. What is the difference? Within 21 years, the difference was $52. Just you can calculate. So what was the actually achievement? And we could achieve within 21 years. This was the real actually status. So after that, why I am mentioning all these things, how we can transform up to this level at this moment. You see, when first time our Honorable Prime Minister came in the power, so there is 1,000 million of the problem we have. We were the country fully and solely submerged under poverty, and global community was loved to say, if Bangladesh could be lifted in a fastidious and economically they can survive, then no country in the world will be under poverty. So this was the impression, and we were looking for the foreign aid and loan. So it was other than that we did not have any alternative. We had a serious food crisis. We cannot mitigate our food. 100 years is the history of this country. You can ask your predecessors and parents. So you can, I think, whatever young generation you are. I learned many things else from my mother. I have heard when Sher Shah was in power, with 1 taka, 8 moon, rice could be buy, ferry could be buy. But even after that, many people was dying without food. So this was the situation of that time. So anyway, so Sheikh Hasina firstly targeted which one we have to sort out first. The target was that food production. So for that, what strategy she has taken? That we have to subsidize for the agriculture, boost of production. So though our development partner have a serious disagreement about all these things and disappointment, but despite all these things, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was committed with hard stand. And because of that, within 3.5 years, we could able to mitigate the food problem with our indigenous sources. So within 3 years, and then she has designed how could we can do, what we have to next, electricity generation. What is the source, what is the actually importance of the electricity generation? Because now we have a 100% covering of the whole of Bangladesh is covered by 100% connectivity or electricity. Because of that, what is this? These are enjoying the electricity with light, fan and air condition? No, because you in the same time, there is one monopoly citizen mobile company. So that she broke this monopolyness and given the license to Grameen, Airtel, Seva and many others. Because of that, so that the monopolyness have been broken and competition have been started, market have decided many things about the telecommunication as well as connectivity. I am a member of parliament. If I recall my memory, then time in the year 1999, I have raised this issue. I am the person who have raised this issue in the parliament about the submersible cable. So, because we were defending on the rented satellite, so submersible cable didn't time have taken this one. Now we have a submersible cable, we have the satellite station belongs to us, and all cause of that. If once electricity could be released, even the vulnerable area, then you have rightly distinct that the inclusive governance and so once you have this kinds of a commitment, so you have to scale up their pay. So how could pay? Once they are connected, so they are getting the opportunity to connect themselves with the whole over the world, not only Bangladesh. So all these things started within time. And finally, what did after coming in the power 2009, so we have fixed our goal 2041. We will lead our country as a developed country. So for to reach our goal, we have sketched the plan. What is that? It is a 5-year plan. So every 5-year plan will reach and scale up our position a bit. Then because of that, now we are the very poor country, and nowadays we are the middle income country, and we have been qualified to be graduated as a developing country. So all these things have been achieved. Because of that, what is the causes? Because the comprehensive effort have been given. You see that in the rural area, you have mentioned here about the data transformation. You see that in all union positions covered by with the connectivity, digital connectivity is there. All union positions, rural area, everywhere else, and everything. You see somewhere else, the farmers, he wants to cultivate something else. He have seen that the television, these fruits can be cultivated, or any vegetable could be cultivated. So he can penetrate it in the Google and somewhere else immediately, and he can search and can identify what sorts of the effort she has to be given, so that she could be new and he could be new, then he can contribute for the nation. So this is the way. Now many 5-year plans have been executed, and we are now under the command of the 5-year plan. And every 5-year plan, just to meet the demand of the 5-year plan, yearly budget have been, extensive budget was given, and through the budget, that is, when we have taken the start, might be it was the $61,000 only our yearly budget, but now it is 761,000 Dhaka is our present budget. Our GDP was $70 billion, but now our GDP is close to $500 billion. So these kinds of a transformation could be done because of a comprehensive effort have been given with the targeted that we have to reach there, and many things have to be addressed. I don't like to mention the small issues like metro rail, Podda bridge, and tunnel. And beside all these things, actually, in the rural area, I am a local government minister, so my fundamental responsibility to establish the physical connectivity in the rural area, also urban. So rural area now is enriched with the connectivity. So because of that, actually, digital facility and physical facility, all this, because of all these things, every individual, he or she could be develop some sort of a business model or income generation sources by herself and himself. So this is one of the big options have been opened. And also nowadays, as because of many issues, many contribution, and many sorts of the effort, and by pressure, many things have been done. All the causes, we are now, actually, I myself, after completion of my education from the university, then I involved in the business. And what was my business at that time? Actually, I was doing import business. I imported goods from the abroad and selling in Bangladesh. So it was my business. So whenever I was traveling many countries for my business purpose, so I was seeing all the country, no country was there who have a little respect about Bangladesh, because we are poor. Actually, poor men do not have a respect. If a beggar who is begging money, they do not have the respect. It was it is the orientation of the father of the nation, but it is a true fact. So that now we are not a beggar. We are not begging anything else. We have developed our own capacity with the involvement of all the people living in Bangladesh. Now you see, bureaucracy is working, engineer is working, doctor is working, politicians working, collectively under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. A model has been developed, it is very, I think, not a wise to go in all of many details discussion. So because of the Sheikh Hasina's, this model have been working. Now that is, I think you are just within the Europe, all the this discussion, there is a one commitment is the sharing or the transformation of the Dhaka. I think at this moment, whenever I go to abroad to participate in many occasions, so they like to share with me. They are asking me, what is the magic of Bangladesh? What is the magic of Bangladesh? Within the soonest time, within a decade time, you have transformed your position in such a prestigious position. So, a few days back, I was in South Korea. So, in South Korea, it was a soon undone. There's one event they have organized. Former Secretary General of UNA also there of Korea. So that ministers and 29 ministers of different countries have been joined. So there I have seen Bangladesh is getting a lot of honor because of that. Because whenever I was individually traveling in abroad, and whenever first time I was a member of parliament, now I am a minister. But because at this moment our lot of things of Bangladesh has a scope to learn for the rest of the world, for the peoples, those who are living under poverty. And you see, once some leaders of USA gone to visit the World Bank, he told, drop the money to the sea better than to give Bangladesh, because this money do not have any hope and it will not create anything else. Now the leader of that country, now that what is their opinion at this moment? They like to say, you go Bangladesh and see and learn how very soonest time they have seen the fate of the common people, and it will be beneficiary for you. So there is a lot of achievement, there is a lot of changes, there is a lot of transformation. So finally, in concluding my speech, actually my urge is to all the students of Bangladesh, also those who have participated from abroad. It is unique issue. It is not an individual applicable for Bangladesh. Whenever as I mentioned in the South Koreans, just a reference of South Korea, because they are soon undoomed. This actually this English translation, it is a new community movement. What is the community movement? That is all individual will be involved. All the community have been involved. You see, Bangladesh now is in a prestigious position in terms of the economy and many other issues. Why? How? Because everybody have won. It is leadership was Sheikh Hasina. I myself was a minister. Everything was not done by us. Only few members, few people. We did not do. All the people, those who are living in Bangladesh, it was the magic of her that through the process you could able to engage everybody, connected everybody, because a rickshaw puller have some resources and cultivator have a resources. But we have to know, as we lead, we have to know, we should have a commitment so that we will give them this kinds of input and they will give us output. So this is the issue. I think Bangladesh is very hopeful country, and despite it, lot of challenges we have. We are the country downstream of Himalaya coast and in the bank of Bay of Bengal. We have an opportunity and there is a challenge. But whatever challenge we have, with much more challenge, you see, I have mentioned reference the South Korea. This time I learned from them. In the year 1971, the status of our country and their country was not indifferent. Mostly same. People were seriously submerged under poverty and suffering because of the economic scarcity. But nowadays, their amazing development have been achieved. And so how they did, this was the issue, soon undoomed. That is, they have community movement. They could able to community movement. You see, I am a politician. I have one political ideology or political party commitment. Somebody else could be other party's commitment. Whatever it is, you have a different opinion. But country is Bangladesh. Our independence is the same. Our sovereignty issue, you cannot debate. Once you debate, this is misfortunate for everybody. Because in here, many people, many difference of the thinking, difference of the doing, and difference of the this, that, many things else. I have a lot of, could we have a difference. But in one issue, for the fate of the nation, for the fate of the citizen of Bangladesh, and the prosperousness of the Bangladesh, we should have a unified. And why not? Because my country, you see, I am very, actually, it gives me many sources of the encouragement whenever I'm delivering my speech in this podium by standing. And many else, good, very, very elegant auditorium is there. And the generation or the audience, those who participate in the organization, whenever I looking toward them, I see there is nothing to be worried. This country have a good hope because we have a good nation. We have a good young generation. And all this generation, that it is one of the requirements to be unified. To be unified. To be unified for the sake of the nation. Please, we have to be. This is our country. This Mr. Foreign Secretary is here. You see, I think once he can recall his memory, how much salary was there of him up before 1 decade, and how much opportunity, car, this, that, political support he was enjoying. You see, 10% people was enjoying the electricity. I was driving in the Dhaka. My personal office was in the Tonik Bangla Mode. From there to go in Golshak, it was less than 10 minutes required. Less than 10 minutes. Because of I was not at all concerned. I did not even think about the traffic problem in the road. Because nobody had the car. Now everybody have a car. Many people have a car. In the year 1996, when I have go to compete in election, I was driving car in my constituency. Might be I and 1-2% could be have a car within time. But now, when I was going to my village home, I crossed huge numbers of cars. So it gave me good pleasure. Why? Because we have fought for this kinds of status to see our people have a car. I was traveling abroad. I was seeing that there is huge traffic, huge, very elegant, very sophisticated car was there. So that we are one issue I want to just before conclusion I want to say. Many people are debating in the television. Say, oh, all the rich man is going to be rich, and poor man is not same. Poor man is going to be poor in Bangladesh. You see, I born in the village. My father was working in Karachi. So I was when I was a very small boy, he retired. My father was a very fast and very honest man and very prestigious man. I have a humble respect and love, everything, affection about my father. But you see, so I knew the village. What was the miserable situation we were suffering? Every day, every moment, every hour, Mago Sharadin Kisu Khaine Allah's Saita Bhadder. It was the urge of the people. You see, if you ask your parents, I think they have seen. You asked your parents how many, just 10 years back, how many people was lied down on the street and how many now. This is a great difference is seen. It was unthinkable to drive my car to my village. But now we have seen. It is not true. Disparity of Bangladesh is much more minimized. It is not true. It is not fact. Those who are giving these kinds of impression, this is discouraging us. They are giving not the right compliment to the people of Bangladesh, those who are enjoying better. You see, many why if the rich man go to rich and the poor man goes to the poor? Once the poor man did not be scrap, how could he come bought the car? This way, I just came back from my home district, Kumilla, just today. And after that, I have taken a small lunch and come over here. 3-4 days from the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and just I was in my constituency. So, what is the status? Oh my God! Every shop is full of the vegetable, fish, meat. In my village where I born, I have a very small boy. I have seen in the particular day, there was a Sunday and Thursday was the market day. The one cow was cut and they were scaring whether the meat could be sold. And most of the time they could not sold all the meat. But now what? Now just this is the instant I want to say. Every day 7-8 cows are cutting. And all the meat are going to be sold. So is it not the mean that everybody is getting, people are getting more benefit? You see, Bangladesh now is an open defecation country. That is, nobody are going to the open space. In the contemporary world, contemporary countries like India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, and many other countries, I don't want to mention them. So they cannot achieve this status. We have a coverage of 98% of the water, even no one leaving behind. So that we have this commitment. We did not win or rotate only, but we have, with the commitment we have what? Because of that, everybody in Dhaka city, 60% people was not getting the water. Chittagong city, permanently water supply was suspended. But now everybody is getting water. That's just not claiming my credit. Actually, just it is the status. We have a background. You see, once I was in China, so they are those who have invited me. They have shown me many sorts of entity. Oh, there is a huge development, huge. But they have shown me equally where from they have started their journey, where from they have lived up to this level. So this is why once you cannot know your background, if you, my father, my grandfather, and my village people, I see I am an experienced person. Many people did not have a house. They did not have a house. They have an uncertainty when the rain will come and when the winter will come. What will be their situation? But now everybody have a house. And most of the, when I walk in my village, I'm surprised to see that almost all is the concrete house and multi-story building is there in the village. So there are a lot of transformation was there. And but we have to go much more ahead. We have to go much more ahead. Who will done? You see, 2041, 2100 Delta Plan. What is Delta Plan? You see, I think you know better now that is because of the blessing of the digital Bangladesh. Because what? In the 2015, our own Prime Minister have visited the Netherlands. Netherlands is a #1 leader of the water management, and because of that, and he requested them to cooperate us, because we are also Delta country. We have a lot of river. We have the challenge of the sea, and many issues is there. So then she requested to cooperate us, to help us, and they have helped. And 2018, our Delta Plan was completed. She has, Prime Minister have approved. So this Delta Plan, yes. This Delta Plan was done by Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Yes. Do you think that Sheikh Hasina, is there any possibility, according to the span of the human life, she could be alive? But I might be not alive. But you will be alive. Or if you're not alive, your son, if your successor will be alive. Your generation will be alive. So why I am not dream for all of you people? I did not came in this world. Einstein did not came in this world to contribute to enjoy his life. He was for the humanity. And many philanthropist men came in the world. They have changed the face of the world. And not for their own success, for own enjoyment, with the aim of the success and the enjoyment of the future. So, being a small man of this country, I also love my country. I love myself, so I love my parents. I love my generation and all of you. So, because of what? Then through you people, I might be not alive, but you will alive. You will once we were the country of the beggar and nothing else, people's country. But now you will scale up the country in such a level. So even I do not been alive, but I can think. Now I am thinking. So is it good really? It is giving me pleasure, encourage and courage to work more and work hard. And this is why, like me, many people is working and many people have worked. And in conclusion, I urge to all of you people, those who are come from abroad and from the home, in home. So everybody, you have abroad those who are, your country have a lot of people, a lot of problems. You will, I think, share anything else. So I did not go to specific, many time already been over. I think my APS is giving me reminder to conclude my speech. So I am not going ahead much more. So, but I love all of you people. I think you will be there. Very glorious man, contributor. Not like me, better of me. You, everybody will be doing. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody. And we are looking forward to prosper Bangladesh. Thank you very much. Thank you all.